rocky feet in a desert biome. Sand kicks up from under you as you begin walking forward, each step sinking in, making it difficult to walk. Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. There's a small hill right in front of you that you walk to the top of. Once you get there, you can see that you are completely surrounded by sand as far as you can see. You shade your eyes from the bright desert sun with your hands and squint to see as far as you can. Look your head all the way to one side until you feel a little stretch. All you can see is more sand over there. Look your head all the way to the other side until you can feel a little stretch. On that side, you can see something. Something is standing up tall in the distance. Deserts are known for their mirages, for making you think you see something that isn't there. You decide to head closer. It could be something interesting. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Then, slowly breathe out through your mouth and slide down the sandy hill on your 2 feet. Looking straight ahead, you begin to walk toward what you see protruding out of the sand. As you approach, you are happy that you did because what you found is definitely something special. You walk up to the tall sand formations that look like pyramids pointing up from otherwise flat desert. Big blocks of sand stacked one on top of the other. There are many, many of these tall sand formations. You walk up to the top of one and see a pit that's a few blocks deep just on the other side, right below a tree. You walk over to the pit and realize you found a dungeon. Quickly, get out your axe and remove the blocks of sand to reveal the dungeon. Usually, there's a zombie in the dungeon, so be very careful of your movements. When you finally get to the dungeon hidden beneath the sand, you don't see any sign of the zombie. What could they be? You hop into the dungeon to find a chest that's buried inside. And that's when you see that there is a huge double chest in this dungeon. The chest creaks as you open it. A golden light shines out, and you see that you have enchanted apples, gold ingot, blaze powder, a glass bottle of water, fermented spider eye, and even gunpowder. There is more loot in there too, so gather everything you can and head out of the dungeon on your way. Heading through the desert with only sand for as far as you can see, you suddenly hear a commotion up ahead. As you continue to walk, step by step, the sound gets closer. Shapes are starting to appear, and they seem to be moving. You found a village. It appears to be full of villagers and busy with excitement. They must have a lot of goods to trade. Take a slow, deep breath in as a sigh of relief. You found a village nearby. Then, slowly, breathe out through your mouth and approach the village in search of trade. Walking into the village, you can tell something is wrong. The villagers are running around, busily boarding up their houses and shops, as if something is chasing them. One of the villagers suddenly swoops you inside their shop and hides you beneath a table piled with their wares. He holds a finger up to his mouth and says, or else they'll hear you. What's going on? Around the corner of the table you're hiding behind, and you see a group of villagers that have become zombies. A villager that was kind enough to hide you explains that overnight, many of the villagers have been bitten by zombies, and no one knows if they can ever be saved. You wonder to yourself, what tools and materials do I have? Can you make something that can cure these villagers? That's when you remember all the items you got from the double chest that you found in the desert dungeon. It was full of stuff, and you know just what will make. You have several golden apples and all the necessary ingredients to make a splash potion of weakness. That is all you need to cure the zombie villagers. You get right to work on crafting your potion. In the brewing stand, you add blaze powder, 2 glass bottles of water, and fermented spider eye. As the potion mixes, take another slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your chest expand as bubbles start to form in your potion. Then, slowly breathe out through your mouth. It looks like the potion is all done. One of the glass bottles is filled with a splash potion of weakness. Now, all you need to do is add the final ingredient, the gunpowder. This, along with the golden apples, will finally bring all the zombie villagers back to life. You're going to save them. The villager who hid you watches you in amazement. He can't believe what he sees. As brave as can be, you rush out of the shop and into the village where zombie villagers are chasing the innocent villagers. Right beside them, there is a fenced-in pen where one of the villagers kept their farm animals before the zombies took over the village. If you corral the zombie villagers in there, then they cannot get you while you administer the magic potion. You get the zombie villagers' attention by making loud noises so they follow you into the pen. Once inside, you close the wood gate. The fencing is low enough and you can see them as they walk into the fence in front of you. You are safe on the other side of the fence. With the zombie villagers all gathered up in one spot, you take your splash potion of weakness in your hand and open the lid. You have to splash all of them at once from what's in the bottle. Take another slow, deep breath in through your nose and wind your arm back to get a good splash. Then, slowly breathe out through your mouth and splash. You got all of them with the potion, and now they are weakened enough for you to finish the curing process. Great particles float around the zombie villagers, so you know the potion is working. You have just enough golden apples for each of them. Since they are weakened, They will be able to take the golden apple as you hold it out for them. They each take one, and it gleams bright in their zombie hands. Once they each have taken a golden apple, it's just a few moments before the gray particles turn to red, then dissipate. The zombie villagers are safe and are just villagers again. Now, you set up your work table and begin trading with everyone. The whole village is so thankful for your help, and they give an even more powerful enchanted golden apple as a thank you for your skill and kindness.
It was a beautiful day in the Minecraft world. Steve and Alex were exploring the lush forests, enjoying the bright sunshine and the sounds of nature. They loved discovering new places and meeting new creatures. As they walked, they heard a faint whimpering sound coming from nearby. Steve and Alex followed the sound. Their curiosity piqued. They climbed over hills and pushed through bushes until they reached the edge of a steep cliff. There, they saw a tiny wolf cub stranded on a narrow ledge, looking scared and alone. The cub whimpered softly, afraid to move. Steve and Alex carefully approached the cliff edge. "We have to help him," Alex said, her heart full of concern. Steve nodded in agreement. "We'll get you to safety," he called down to the cub. The little wolf's ears perked up at their kind voices. They decided to name the cub Wolfie. Steve and Alex sat down to plan their rescue. They knew they had to be careful not to scare Wolfie or cause any rocks to fall. "I'll go down and get him," Steve said bravely. Alex agreed to stay at the top and lower Steve down with a strong rope. Together, they prepared for the rescue. With the rope securely tied around his waist, Steve slowly descended the cliff. Alex held the rope tightly, making sure Steve was safe. As Steve got closer to Wolfie, he spoke softly to calm the frightened cub. "It's okay, Wolfie. We're here to help you." Wolfie looked at Steve with trusting eyes. When Steve reached the ledge, he gently extended his hand to Wolfie. The cub sniffed Steve's hand and slowly moved closer. Steve carefully picked up Wolfie, holding him close to his chest. "I've got you," Steve whispered. Wolfie felt safe and secure in Steve's arms. Alex slowly pulled the rope, lifting Steve and Wolfie back up the cliff. It was a tense moment, but Alex remained strong and focused. Steve held on to Wolfie tightly, reassuring him with gentle words. Finally, they reached the top, and Alex helped them both onto solid ground. Steve and Alex sat down with Wolfie, letting him rest and recover from his frightening experience. Wolfie nuzzled against them, grateful for their help. Steve and Alex felt a deep sense of accomplishment and joy, knowing they had saved Wolfie from danger. Steve and Alex decided to find a safe and comfortable home for Wolfie. They explored the forest, looking for the perfect spot. Finally, they found a cozy cave near a clear stream. It was a peaceful place, surrounded by trees and flowers. Wolfie wagged his tail with excitement. Steve and Alex worked together to build a shelter for Wolfie inside the cave. They gathered wood, leaves, and soft materials to create a warm and comfortable bed. Wolfie watched them work, feeling grateful for their kindness. The cave became a safe haven for Wolfie. As days passed, Steve and Alex taught Wolfie important skills to survive in the wild. They showed him how to find food, stay safe, and navigate the forest. Wolfie was a quick learner and enjoyed the lessons. Steve and Alex were proud of Wolfie's progress and determination. Steve, Alex, and Wolfie spent their days exploring the Minecraft world together. They discovered new landscapes, gathered resources, and faced challenges. Wolfie loved the adventures and felt a deep bond with his rescuers. They were a team, and nothing could stop them. During their adventures, Steve and Alex introduced Wolfie to other friendly animals in the forest. Wolfie made new friends, including a curious rabbit named Ruby and a wise owl named Oliver. They all played together and shared stories. One sunny day, Steve, Alex, and Wolfie decided to follow a river that flowed through the forest. They built a small raft and set off on a new adventure. The river carried them gently downstream, and they enjoyed the beautiful scenery. Wolfie loved watching the fish swim beneath the clear water and splashing his paws in the cool river. As they traveled down the river, they heard the sound of rushing water. Excited, they followed the sound and discovered a hidden waterfall. The waterfall cascaded into a sparkling pool, surrounded by lush greenery and colorful flowers. Steve, Alex, and Wolfie played in the water, feeling the refreshing spray of the waterfall. After their fun day at the waterfall, they decided to camp under the stars. Steve and Alex built a cozy campfire, and they all settled down for the night. The sky was clear and filled with twinkling stars. Wolfie lay beside Steve and Alex, feeling safe and content. They watched the stars together, sharing stories and dreams. During their explorations, they discovered a mysterious cave hidden behind a waterfall. Curious, they ventured inside with torches lighting their way. The cave was filled with sparkling crystals and ancient markings on the walls. It felt like a magical place, and they imagined all the adventures that had taken place there. One day, while exploring the forest, they found an old map that hinted at hidden treasure. Excited by the possibility, they followed the clues, solving puzzles and overcoming challenges. The journey was thrilling, and Wolfie proved to be a valuable companion. Finally, they discovered the treasure chest filled with gold, gems, and enchanted items. To celebrate their adventures and the rescue of Wolfie, Steve and Alex decided to throw a party in the village. They invited all their friends, including the animals they had met along the way. The village was filled with laughter, music, delicious food. Wolfie felt a sense of belonging and joy as he played with his friends and enjoyed the festivities. As the celebration came to an end, Steve, Alex, and Wolfie returned to their cozy home. They reflected on their adventures and the special bond they had formed. Wolfie snuggled close to Steve and Alex, feeling loved and grateful. As they drifted off to sleep, they knew that more exciting adventures awaited them. With hearts full of happiness, they closed their eyes and drifted into a peaceful, restful sleep. Good night, Steve, Alex, and Wolfie. In the vast, pixelated world of Minecraft, there lived a brave and friendly character named Steve. Steve had a bright blue shirt, sturdy pants, and a trusty pickaxe. One sunny morning, as the blocky sun rose high in the sky, Steve woke up excited with all the possibilities of his day. He decided to explore the world beyond his familiar surroundings. With a smile on his face, Steve set off on his adventure, eager to discover friendly places and meet new friends. As Steve wandered through the Minecraft landscape, he came across a beautiful flower forest. The trees were tall and covered in colorful blossoms, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers. Steve marveled at the beauty of the forest and decided to explore its depths. He followed a trail of daisies, feeling more happy with each step. The flower forest was magical, and Steve felt like he was in a dream. Continuing his journey, Steve stumbled upon a cozy village nestled in the hills. The villagers were friendly and welcomed Steve with open arms. They showed him their homes, made of different types of blocks, and shared stories of their peaceful lives. Steve felt like he belonged and enjoyed learning from the villagers. They taught him about farming, trading, and building. Steve was grateful for their kindness and felt inspired to continue his journey. As Steve continued his adventure, he came across a lush bamboo jungle. The tall bamboo stalks swayed gently in the breeze, and the ground was covered in green leaves. Steve carefully navigated through the jungle, admiring the tall plants and the playful pandas that lived there. The pandas were friendly and curious, and Steve enjoyed playing with them and feeding them bamboo. The bamboo jungle was a place of happiness and joy. As Steve explored further, he discovered a hidden waterfall cascading down a rocky cliff. The water sparkled in the sunlight, creating a beautiful rainbow. Steve felt wonderful as he approached the waterfall. He dipped his hands into the cool, refreshing water and felt a wave of calm wash over him. The hidden waterfall was a peaceful oasis, and Steve felt rejuvenated by its beauty. Continuing his journey, Steve found himself in a meadow filled with friendly animals. There were sheep, cows, pigs, and chickens, all happily grazing and playing in the meadow. Steve enjoyed interacting with the animals, feeding them and petting their soft fur. The meadow was a place of harmony and happiness, and Steve felt a strong connection to the natural world. As Steve traveled by boat across a calm sea, he discovered a unique mushroom island. The island was covered in giant mushrooms, and the air was filled with the scent of mushrooms and moss. Steve explored the island, finding friendly mushrooms grazing among the giant fungi. The mushrooms were gentle and curious, and Steve enjoyed their company. The mushroom island was a place of wonder and enchantment. Steve continued his adventure and discovered a friendly mine. The mine was well lit with torches and had rails for mine carts. Inside, Steve found friendly miners who welcomed him warmly. They showed Steve how to mine precious ores and gems. Steve loved working alongside the miners. The mine was a place of teamwork and discovery, and Steve enjoyed learning new skills. As Steve explored further, he came across a grand, enchanted library. The library was filled with shelves of books and glowing enchantment tables. Steve was in awe as he walked through the rows of ancient tomes and magical scrolls. The librarian, a wise and friendly villager, welcomed Steve and showed him the wonders of enchantments. Steve learned how to enchant his tools and armor, making them stronger and more powerful. The enchanted library was a place of knowledge and magic, and Steve was inspired by the endless possibilities. As Steve continued his journey, he discovered a magnificent rainbow bridge stretching across a sparkling river. The bridge was made of colorful blocks that shimmered in the sunlight. Steve felt incredible joy as he crossed the bridge, marveling at the vibrant colors. On the other side, he found a peaceful garden filled with blooming flowers and singing birds. The rainbow bridge and garden were places of beauty and serenity, which made Steve feel very happy indeed. Traveling further north, Steve came across a stunning ice palace. The palace was made entirely of ice and snow, glistening in the light. Inside, he met friendly snow golems who showed him around the palace. Steve enjoyed sliding on the icy floors and exploring the shimmering halls. The ice palace was a place of wonder and enchantment, and Steve felt like he was in a winter fairy tale. As Steve explored a snowy forest, he discovered a cozy fox den. The den was home to friendly foxes with fluffy tails and bright eyes. Steve enjoyed playing with the foxes and feeding them berries. The foxes were playful and affectionate, and Steve felt their warmth and friendship. The fox den was a place of comfort and joy, and Steve cherished his time with his new furry friends. Continuing his adventure, Steve found a hidden treehouse high up in the branches of a giant oak tree. The treehouse was beautifully crafted and offered a stunning view of the surrounding forest. Inside, Steve found cozy furniture and books to read. He felt peace and contentment as he sat by the window, watching the sunset. The hidden treehouse was a tranquil, which made Steve feel relaxed and at home. As night fell, Steve found a high hill and lay down to watch the stars. The sky was filled with twinkling lights, and the moon cast a gentle glow over the land. Steve felt calm and wonder as he gazed at the night sky. The stars seemed to tell stories of their own, and Steve discovered his deep connection to the universe. The starry night was a perfect end to his adventurous day. Feeling fulfilled by his adventures, Steve decided it was time to head back home. He retraced his steps through the flower forest, the cozy village, and the hidden waterfall. Along the way, he thought about all the wonderful places he had discovered and the friends he had made. Steve was grateful for the experiences and the memories he had created. Finally, Steve reached his cozy home. The familiar sights and sounds filled him with warmth and comfort. Steve settled into his bed, safe and content. As he closed his eyes, he thought about the friendly places he had visited and the joy of his adventure. Steve drifted off to sleep with a smile, dreaming of more friendly Minecraft adventures to come. Good night, Steve the Minecraft adventurer. Sweet dreams.
Chapter 1. The Minecraft superfan, Liam loved Minecraft. No, really, he loved it. His bed, covered in Minecraft sheets, his pillow, a giant creeper face, his backpack, diamond armor blue. Even his socks had little blocky cows on them. If you asked Liam about his favorite food, he'd say cooked pork chops. His favorite color? Minecraft grass green. His favorite thing to do? Minecraft and not get exploded by creepers. Liam talked about Minecraft so much that even his mom, who didn't know a pickaxe from a shovel, could name all the mobs. Liam, she said one night as he brushed his teeth, I think you have Minecraft on the brain. That's a good thing, right? He mumbled through a mouthful of toothpaste. She laughed and tucked him into bed. You know, when I was little, Grandma taught me a trick. If you think really hard about something before you go to sleep, you might dream about it. Liam's eyes widened. Wait, so if I think about Minecraft right now, I might have a Minecraft dream? His mom smiled. It's worth a try. Liam gasped. This was the best news ever. As his mom turned off the light, he squeezed his eyes shut and whispered, Minecraft, 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 over and over. He imagined himself in the game, building a giant castle, crafting shiny diamond armor, and fighting off zombies with an enchanted sword. Slowly, his mind drifted deeper and deeper. And then, poof! Liam's bed disappeared. The walls of his room vanished. When he opened his eyes, he wasn't in bed anymore. He was standing in the middle of a bright, blocky world, and his hands square. Liam gasped. No way. He had done it. He had dreamed himself straight into Minecraft. Chapter 2, Waking Up in a Blocky World. Liam blinked, then he blinked again. Everything around him was square. The grass, the clouds, even the sun in the sky. It was all made of little blocky cubes. His heart raced. This wasn't just any dream. This was the best dream ever. Liam looked down at his hands. Instead of fingers, he had big blocky mitts. Whoa, he whispered, flexing them. I'm a Minecraft character. Excited, he did what any reasonable person would do in this situation. He punched a tree. Thwack, a chunk of wood popped right off and floated in front of him. Liam gasped. It actually worked. He grabbed the wood and did it again. Thwack! Another block popped off. Within seconds, he had a pile of wooden blocks in his inventory. Okay, think, he muttered, pacing in a circle. What do you do when you first start Minecraft? His stomach growled. Oh, right, food. Liam scanned the landscape. In the distance, he spotted a little blocky pig oinking near a river. He grinned. Perfect. Liam crept toward the pig, hands outstretched. Hey, buddy, he whispered. I just need a tiny snack. Nothing personal. The pig looked at him. Liam took another step. The pig snorted. And then, zoom. It took off running like it had just seen a ghost. Hey, get back here! Liam yelled, chasing after it. But the pig was fast. It zipped through the grass, weaving between trees, and before Liam knew it, he was sprinting across the blocky world, laughing as he ran. After a few minutes, he stopped to catch his breath. Okay, new plan, he panted. Find food later. First, let's build a house. Liam got to work, placing blocks on top of each other. His house wasn't exactly fancy. It was mostly just a box with a tiny door, but he felt like a champion. Not bad, he said, stepping back to admire his work. Could use some windows, maybe a second floor, but hey, it's home. Just then, the sky darkened. Liam frowned. Wait, is it getting... A low growl echoed from the trees. Liam froze. He knew that sound. He spun around, heart pounding. In the shadows, a pair of glowing eyes stared back at him. Then another pair, and another. Liam gulped. Oh no, it was nighttime. And he had forgotten to make a bed, which meant the monsters were coming. Chapter 3, The Nighttime Surprise. Liam's heart pounded. From the bike trees, eerie glowing eyes blinked at him. Then a hiss sound sent chills up his spine. Oh no, he whispered. He knew exactly what that sound meant. Creepers. Suddenly, a bony clack-clack echoed through the air. Liam spun around. A skeleton stood nearby, pulling back an arrow on its bow. Thwip! Liam yelped and ducked just in time as the arrow whizzed past his head. Okay, don't panic, he told himself. It's just like the game. Just gotta... A deep growl cut him off. He turned. A zombie was shuffling straight toward him. Ah! Panic! Liam bolted. He ran past his half-finished house, zigzagging through the trees, arms flailing. The monsters were right behind him. Creepers hissed. Skeletons fired arrows. Zombies groaned like they hadn't had breakfast in years. Liam's legs burned. I wish I had a horse, he gasped. Up ahead he spotted something, a tiny cottage with a flickering light inside. A house! Liam sprinted toward it. Maybe someone can help me. Just as the skeleton's arrow whizzed past his ear, Liam reached the wooden door and pounded on it. Help! Let me in! There are creepers and zombies and... The door swung open and Liam tumbled inside, landing flat on his face. Slam! The door shut behind him. Silence. Liam peeked up. Standing over him was a villager. He had a big square nose, a brown robe, and tiny beady eyes. He stared down at Liam, arms crossed. Liam sat up, panting. Hi? The villager raised an eyebrow. What kind of fool runs into the night without a bed? Liam gave an embarrassed laugh. This fool? He raised his hand. The villager sighed. Typical. Liam looked around. The cottage was small but cozy. A crafting table sat in the corner, and a bubbling cauldron filled the air with a weird, spicy smell. You're lucky you made it, the villager said, handing Liam a blocky cup of something warm. Drink. Liam took a sip. It tasted like pumpkin pie and cinnamon. His whole body felt warm and tingly. Whoa, he said, smacking his lips. What is this? Potion of courage, the villager said. You're going to need it. Liam blinked. Need it? For what? The villager leaned in. His eyes gleamed. The monsters aren't just here for fun, kid. The land is cursed, and if you want to survive... He paused dramatically. You're going to have to break the curse. Liam's jaw dropped. Wait, so? You're telling me that I have to fight monsters, and I have to stop some kind of evil curse? The villager nodded. Liam gulped. Okay, do I at least get a sword first? The villager smirked. Not just any sword, a legendary one. Liam's eyes widened. Now this was getting interesting. Chapter 4, The Villager's Quest. Liam sat up straighter. Did you just say legendary sword? The villager nodded, stroking his big square chin. Aye. The blade of the ancients, strong enough to defeat any monster, sharp enough to slice through the darkness itself. Liam's eyes sparkled. Okay, I definitely need that. The villager smirked. You and everyone else. But the sword is hidden deep in the land, guarded by trials and traps. Only the bravest adventurers have ever found it. Liam gulped. And, how many of those adventurers made it back? The villager waved a hand. Details. What matters is you have a chance to be the hero this world needs. Liam sat back thinking. He had always wanted to go on a real Minecraft adventure, and now he was in one. Sure, there were monsters and curses and possibly dangerous traps, but there was also a legendary sword. He clenched his fists. All right, I'll do it. The villager grinned. That's the spirit. He pulled out a crinkled map and spread it across the table. Liam leaned in, studying it. The sword lies deep in the caves of chaos, the villager explained, pointing to a dark, squiggly section on the map. But to get there, you'll need iron. For that, you must collect 3 special materials. Iron from the Mountain of Might, lapis from the Lake of Light, and gold from the Forest of Fortune. Liam scratched his head. Sue, go to 3 places, gather materials, and then I get awesome armor? Precisely, Liam grinned. Easy. I do this kind of stuff in Minecraft all the time. The villager raised an eyebrow. Do you now? Well, okay. Mostly in creative mode, Liam admitted. But still, the villager chuckled. This is no creative mode, my friend. Out here you must mine, craft, and fight for survival. Liam's excitement wavered for a moment. This was a dream, right? He pinched his arm. Ow! The villager watched him. Did you just pinch yourself? Maybe. The villager sighed. You really are new at this. Liam took a deep breath. All right, where do I go first? The villager pointed to the northern part of the map, the Mountain of Might, a land of towering peaks, strong winds, and iron hidden deep within its caves. Liam stood up, fists clenched. Then that's where I'm going. The villager nodded and handed him a wooden sword. Take this. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Liam held up the blocky weapon. Sweet. He turned toward the door, feeling just like a real Minecraft hero. The villager called after him. One last thing, kid. Liam glanced back. Yeah? Beware of what lurks in the mountains. The iron isn't unguarded, Liam frowned. Wait, guarded by what? The villager's eyes darkened. Something big, something with sharp teeth. Liam's stomach flipped. Oh, great. He took a deep breath, gripped his wooden sword, and stepped outside. The sun was rising, painting the sky in soft pinks and oranges. A new day in Minecraft had begun. And so had his adventure. Chapter 5, The Journey to the Mountain of Might. Liam took a deep breath and stepped into pixelated sunrise. The world stretched out before him, rolling green hills, towering trees, and in the distance, the jagged peaks of the Mountain of Might. Okay, he muttered, gripping his wooden sword. Time to get some iron. The villager had packed him a few supplies, some bread, a wooden pickaxe, and a torch. Not the best gear, but better than nothing. As he walked, Liam took in the sights. Everything was so real. The grass crunched under his feet. The wind whooshed past his ears, and the blocky sheep nearby made that funny baa sound. This is so much better than my regular dreams, Liam said, giggling as a pig snorted beside him. The pig snorted again. Liam frowned. Wait, was that a normal snort or a creepy snort? He turned around just in time to see the pig bolt into the trees. Liam gulped. That can't be good. Suddenly, boom, the ground shook. A low, rumbling growl echoed through the hills. Liam froze. Oh, no, the villager's words came rushing back. The iron isn't unguarded. Liam slowly looked up at the towering mountains ahead. And then, from behind a cliff, a massive stone golem stomped into view. Its body was made of thick gray blocks. Glowing red eyes flickered as it turned its head. With every step, the ground trembled beneath its weight. Liam's jaw dropped. Nope, 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 nope. That's a big nope. The golem let out a deep, rumbling roar and charged. Liam screamed and took off running. Why is this happening? The golem stomped after him, swinging its giant stone fists. Liam zigzagged through the trees, dodging left and right. I am not built for this. Up ahead, he spotted a narrow cave entrance. Safety, he yelled, sprinting toward it. Behind him, the golem let out a furious bellow and swung its arms. Smash! A tree exploded into wooden blocks. Liam leapt through the cave entrance just in time. Boom! The golem's giant fist slammed into the rock, shaking the cave walls. But the entrance was too small. It couldn't reach him. Liam collapsed against the wall, gasping. I almost got turned into a pancake. Outside, the golem let out one last growl before stomping away. Liam wiped his forehead. Okay, new plan. Be way more careful. He stood up and looked deeper into the cave. It was dark, but somewhere inside, iron was waiting for him. Liam sighed, picking up his torch. All right, he whispered. Time to mine. Chapter 6, Into the Cave. Liam held up his torch, its flickering glow bouncing off the stone walls. The cave stretched deep into the mountain, dark and mysterious. Okay, he whispered. Just gotta mine some iron. Easy. He took a step forward. The sound of his own footsteps echoed around him. Creak! Liam froze. What was that? He swung his torch around. Nothing. Just rocks and darkness. He swallowed hard. All right, brain, calm down. It's just a cave. Nothing to be scared of. He turned back and 2 giant glowing eyes stared at him. Liam screamed and swung his wooden sword wildly. Ah! Back! Back, foul beast! A high-pitched squeak echoed through the cave. Liam blinked. The glowing eyes belonged to a bat. A tiny, fluttery, absolutely harmless bat. It let out another squeak and flapped away. Liam sighed, slumping against the cave wall. I almost fainted because of a bat, he muttered. That's just great. Shaking his head, he took a deep breath and kept moving. After a few minutes, he spotted something shiny in the stone. His heart leaped. Iron. Liam grinned and pulled out his wooden pickaxe. Time to mine! He raised the pickaxe and... crack! The head of the pickaxe snapped right off. Liam's smile faded. He stared at the broken handle in his hand, then at the iron, then back at the handle. Well, that's just rude, he sighed. Of course. Of course I need a stone pickaxe for iron. Frustrated, he started breaking nearby stone with his hands, gathering enough to craft a new pickaxe. After a few minutes of hard work, he placed a crafting table down and put together a stone pickaxe. Liam admired his new tool. All right, iron, now you're mine. He swung the pickaxe and clink, 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 pop! The iron broke free, and Liam scooped it up. He held the block high in victory. Yes, I am a mining master! His voice echoed through the cave, a little too loudly. From the darkness, something growled. Liam stiffened. Oh no, another growl, then another, then click, click, click. Liam's stomach dropped. He knew that sound. Slowly, he turned around. A pack of spiders stared at him with beady, glowing red eyes. Liam gulped. I come in peace? The spiders hissed. Liam's eyes widened. Didn't think so. The biggest spider leapt toward him. Liam grabbed his iron, his crafting table, and his torch and sprinted toward the cave entrance. The spiders scuttled after him, legs clicking against the stone. Liam ran faster. Nope, nope, nope. Up ahead, he saw daylight. He was almost out. With one last burst of speed, he leapt out of the cave just as the spiders skidded to a stop the entrance, hissing in frustration. Liam collapsed onto the grass, panting. I hate spiders, he groaned. Then he looked at his inventory, saw the iron safely in his hands. He grinned. 1 material down, 2 to go. He stood up, dusted himself off, and looked toward the next destination on the map, the Lake of Light. Liam took a deep breath. His adventure was just beginning. Chapter 7, The Lake of Light. Liam marched across the blocky landscape, feeling pretty proud of himself. Sure, he had almost been squashed by a stone golem. And okay, maybe he had screamed a little when those spiders chased him. But he had iron. And that meant he was one step closer to getting his legendary armor. He pulled out his map. Next stop, the Lake of Light. According to the villager, the lake held lapis lazuli, the next material he needed. Liam's eyes followed the path ahead. The landscape had changed. Rolling green hills turned into a glowing blue swamp. Fireflies floated above shimmering water. Strange vines dangled from twisted trees. And in the middle of it all, a massive glowing lake stretched across the land. Liam's jaw dropped. Whoa! The lake sparkled like tiny stars were trapped beneath its surface. Liam knelt beside it. All right, Lapis, where are you hiding? He peered into the water. A few blocks down, something blue and shiny winked at him from the lake bed. Liam pumped his fist. Jackpot! He dipped a toe into the water, cool and refreshing. This is fine, he muttered. I can swim. Easy peasy. He waded in and took a deep breath before diving under. Splash! Bubbles surrounded him as he kicked downward. The lake was weirdly peaceful. The glow from the water lit up the blocks below, making it look like he was floating in a sea of stars. Liam reached the bottom and swung his pickaxe. Clink! Clink! The lapis broke free. He grabbed it, grinning through the bubbles. But then, a shadow moved behind him. Liam froze. Slowly, he turned around. A pair of glowing green eyes stared back at him. Liam's stomach dropped. Oh no, it was a drowned. A zombie. But not just any zombie, a swimming zombie. The drowned lurched forward, arms outstretched. Liam's eyes widened. Nope, nope, nope! He kicked off the lake bed and shot toward the surface. The drowned followed. Liam swam as fast as he could, arms flailing, bubbles trailing behind him. The shore was so close. The drowned reached for his foot. Splash! Liam launched out of the water and rolled onto the grass, panting. The drowned lurched up after him. Liam scrambled to his feet. Stay back, wet zombie! The drowned let out a low groan. Liam pulled out his wooden sword. The drowned stepped forward. Liam swung. Smack! The sword snapped in half. Liam stared at the broken handle. Oh, come on! The drowned growled and lunged. Liam yelped, grabbed the lapis, and ran for his life. He didn't stop until the zombie's groans faded behind him. Finally, he collapsed behind a tree, chest heaving. He held up the lapis lazuli. That was way too much effort for a shiny blue rock, he groaned. But at least he had it. 2 materials down, 1 to go. He looked at his map. Next stop, the Forest of Fortune. Liam took a deep breath. Please let this one be easier. Spoiler, it would not. Chapter 8, The Forest of Fortune. Liam trekked through the trees, gripping his map in one hand and his very broken wooden sword in the other. 2 materials down, 1 to go. But he was so tired. I feel like I've been running for hours, he groaned. First, a giant rock monster tries to squish me. Then I almost become spider food, and then a soggy zombie tries to eat my foot. He sighed. Why can't one of these quests be like, pet a baby panda and get a free diamond? He had to do hard stuff. Liam looked up. The trees were changing. The normal oak and birch trees gave way to tall golden trees with shimmering leaves. His eyes widened. Whoa. This had to be the Forest of Fortune. Gold was hidden somewhere here, but where? Liam wandered between the golden trees, eyes scanning the ground. Nothing. No caves, no shiny ores, not even a single golden nugget. This place is way too quiet, he muttered. And then, rustle. Liam froze. His heart pounded. Okay, probably just the wind. Rustle. Rustle. Liam slowly turned around. Nothing. He took a step forward, and hi-ya! Liam screamed as something jumped out of a bush and tackled him. He hit the ground with a loud oof. Dazed, he looked up to see a tiny green figure wearing a ninja mask. Liam blinked. What? The tiny ninja jumped up, crossed his arms, and glared at him. You dare enter the Forest of Fortune? The tiny figure declared. Without permission? Liam sat up. Yes? The tiny ninja gasped. You admit your crime. The punishment is the trial of speed. Liam blinked. The what now? The ninja pointed to a long, twisting obstacle course made of lines and floating platforms. If you want the golden treasure of the forest, the ninja said, you must outrun me. Liam groaned. Oh, great. More running. The ninja wiggled his tiny fingers. Unless you are too slow. Liam narrowed his eyes. Oh, it's on! The ninja grinned. Then let the race begin. Boom! The ninja took off. Bolted after him. First, jumping across logs. Liam barely made it. Whoa! Next, climbing vines. Liam scrambled up, slipping once but catching himself. Not bad, the ninja called from ahead. Liam gritted his teeth. I am not losing to a tiny ninja. Final stretch, jumping across floating blocks over a deep pit. Liam gulped. Okay, legs, he muttered. Time to be awesome. He leapt to the first block, then the second, then the... His foot slipped. Liam flailed and caught a vine just in time. Ha! Still in it, he yelled, scrambling back up. The ninja turned. Impressive, but not enough. Liam sprinted the final stretch, dove forward, and slammed his hand on the finish line right before the ninja. He collapsed, panting. I win? The ninja stared at the finish line, then at Liam. Then he laughed. A true warrior indeed, the ninja said. You have earned the treasure. Liam sat up just as the ninja tossed him a glowing gold ingot. Liam caught it and grinned. Yes, gold! 3 materials collected. The ninja nodded. Now go, hero. Your journey is not over. Liam stood, gripping the gold tightly. It was time to craft his legendary armor. And then, face the final battle. Chapter 9, Crafting the Legendary Armor. Liam raced back through the forest, gripping the gold ingot tightly. He had done it. Iron from the Mountain of Might, lapis from the Lake of Light, gold from the Forest of Fortune. All 3 materials collected. Now it was time to craft. By the time he reached the villager's cottage, the sun was setting. The warm glow of lanterns flickered through the windows. Liam burst through the door. I got them, he yelled, panting. The iron, the lapis, the gold. I got everything. The villager, who had been calmly sipping tea, spit out his drink. Well, the villager said, wiping his mouth, I suppose that means you're still alive. Liam grinned and dropped the materials onto the table. Now let's make some epic armor. The villager inspected the materials and nodded. Impressive. You've passed the trials, but the true test is yet to come. Liam's excitement wavered. Wait, what do you mean? The villager pointed to a massive stone well in the middle of the village. Liam frowned. Okay, cool well, what about it? The villager's eyes darkened. Deep within that well lies the true darkness of this land. The evil that spreads the monster curse. Liam gulped. Sue, what exactly is down there? The villager leaned in. A creature feared by all. Liam leaned in, eyes wide. A beast made of nightmares. Liam gulped. A terror so great it... The villager paused dramatically. Liam whispered, what is it? The villager's face turned serious. A giant Enderman. Liam's stomach flipped. A giant Enderman? Like bigger than a regular one? The villager nodded. Liam groaned. Oh, come on! Why couldn't it be like a very aggressive chicken or something? The villager ignored him and placed the materials into the crafting table. The room glowed. Sparks of magic flickered in the air as the iron, lapis, and gold fused together. With a final flash, a set of shimmering blue and gold armor appeared. Liam's eyes sparkled. No way! The villager handed it to him. The armor of the ancients. Strong, enchanted, and resistant to Enderman magic. Liam pulled the armor on. It fit perfectly. This is awesome! The villager smirked. And one more thing. He turned back to the table and crafted a shining diamond sword. Liam's jaw dropped. Wait, is that? The villager nodded. The blade of the ancients. He handed it to Liam, who held it up like a true hero. The sword gleamed in the candlelight. Liam gripped. He felt unstoppable. The villager crossed his arms. Now, are you ready? Liam took a deep breath. He gripped the sword, squared his shoulders, and turned toward the well. The final battle was waiting, and he was ready. Chapter 10. The Descent into Darkness. Liam stood at the edge of the ancient well, gripping the blade of the ancients tightly. The stone opening was wide and deep, a black void that seemed to pull the light right out of the air. A chill ran down his spine. Liam muttered, peering into the darkness, how exactly do I get down there? Because if the answer is jump, I'd like to file a formal complaint. The villager chuckled and handed Liam a bucket of water. Liam frowned. Oh, cool, hydration is important. The villager sighed. No, genius. Water bucket trick. Place it before you land. It'll soften the fall. Liam blinked. Wait, that actually works? I thought that was just a speedrunner thing. The villager shrugged. It works if you do it right. Liam gulped. That didn't exactly fill him with confidence. Well, no turning back now. He took a deep breath, stepped onto the edge, and jumped. Whoosh! The air rushed past him as he plummeted into the well. The stone walls blurred as he fell faster and faster. Ah! Okay, water time! Liam fumbled with the bucket. His fingers slipped. The ground was coming up fast. Come on! Splash! Liam landed perfectly in the water, safe and sound. His jaw dropped. Did you see that? He yelled, looking around. I just did a pro gamer move. Silence. Oh, right, nobody's here. Liam stepped out of the water and looked around. The bottom of the well wasn't what he expected. It was a massive underground cavern glowing with eerie purple light. Strange black particles floated through the air. The stone walls were lined with deep obsidian cracks, and in the center of it all, a massive obsidian throne. Liam's breath caught in his throat. Sitting on the throne was a giant Enderman. It was at least 20 blocks tall, its long arms resting on the armrests like a king surveying its land, its glowing purple eyes locked onto Liam. Liam froze. Oh, no. The giant Enderman stood. Its deep, rumbling voice echoed through the cavern. Who dares enter my domain? Liam's legs refused to move. Hi. My name's Liam. Big fan of your work. The Enderman took a step forward. Boom. The ground shook. Boom. The air vibrated. Liam gulped. So, fun fact, I actually came here to defeat you and end the monster curse. So, he held up his sword. Could you, go easy on me? The Enderman's eyes glowed brighter. Then, it teleported. Liam's heart stopped. Ah! Where did it go? Whoosh! Suddenly, it was right behind him. Liam barely rolled out of the way before the Enderman's massive fist slammed into the ground. Boom! The impact sent shockwaves through the cavern, cracking the stone beneath Liam's feet. He scrambled up, gripping his sword. Okay, I get it. No mercy. The Enderman teleported again. Liam spun around, just in time to see the Enderman's claw swinging toward him. He blocked with his sword. Clang! Sparks flew as the force sent Liam skidding backward. His arms ached. Okay, ow! The Enderman let out a furious roar. Liam took a deep breath. He couldn't run. He couldn't hide. This was it. The final battle. He gripped his sword. It was time to fight. Chapter 11. The Final Battle. Liam tightened his grip on the blade of the ancients. His heart was pounding so loud it sounded like a drum in his ears. The giant Enderman loomed over him, its glowing purple eyes burning like twin torches in the darkness. It let out a deep, bone-rattling growl. Then, whoosh! It teleported again. Liam spun around, just in time to see a massive black fist swinging toward him. He dove to the side. Boom! The fist slammed into the stone floor, sending blocks flying everywhere. Liam scrambled up. Okay, plan. Need a plan. He ducked behind a rock just as the Enderman lashed out again, smashing the stone into dust. Liam yelped. Not that plan. The Enderman's long arms swiped at him again and again. Liam jumped, dodged, and rolled, barely avoiding the attacks. He needed an opening. He needed to strike. Then he remembered something. Enderman hated water. His eyes darted to his empty water bucket. Liam grinned. Oh, I have an idea. He sprinted across the cavern, dodging as the Enderman's fists smashed down behind him. Come on, big guy, try to catch me! He yelled. The Enderman teleported right into Liam's trap. Liam whipped out his bucket. Splash! Water exploded onto the Enderman's feet. It let out a piercing screech. Purple sparks flew off its body as it staggered backward. Yes! Liam whooped. Water works! But the Enderman wasn't done. It lifted both arms and summoned a storm of floating blocks. Liam's eyes widened. Oh, that's probably bad! Whoosh! The blocks hurled toward him like meteors. Liam zigzagged, barely dodging as chunks of stone exploded around him. He had to end this now. He spotted the well's ancient altar in the center of the cavern, the place where he had to pour the potion of purity to break the curse. But the Enderman blocked the way. Liam squared his shoulders. All right, sword, he whispered. Let's be awesome. Then he charged. The Enderman roared and teleported, but Liam was ready. He jumped, spun, and slashed his sword. Crack! The blade of the ancient sliced through the Enderman's chest, sending a shockwave of blue energy through the cavern. The Enderman let out an ear-splitting screech and staggered back. Liam didn't stop. He sprinted for the altar, pulled out the potion of purity, and poured it into the well. Whoosh! A blinding blue light erupted from the well, spreading through the cavern like a tidal wave. The Enderman let out one last roar, then vanished into dust. The cavern shook, walls cracked, light filled the air, washing away the darkness, and then silence. Liam stood panting, his sword still raised. He looked around. The cavern was peaceful. The curse was broken. He had won. Chapter 12. The Hero Awakens. Liam stood in the now silent cavern, his heart still racing. The giant Enderman was gone. The darkness had lifted. The land was safe. He did it. Liam let out a long breath and looked down at his sword. It still glowed softly in his hand. He ran his fingers over the blade. I can't believe it, he whispered. I actually won. A slow clapping sound echoed through the cavern. Liam turned to see the villager standing by the altar, nodding approvingly. Well, well, the villager said with a smirk. Didn't think you had it in you, kid. Liam grinned. Me neither. The villager stepped forward and placed a hand on Liam's shoulder. You have done what no one else could, he said. You have broken the curse. You, Liam, are the hero of the village. Liam's eyes widened. Wait, really? The villager nodded. Does that mean I get, free stuff from villagers now? The villager chuckled. It means you've proven yourself. But now it is time to return. Liam blinked. Wait, return where? The villager simply tapped Liam's forehead, and suddenly, the world began to fade. The cavern, the altar, the glowing sword, all of it swirled into nothingness. Liam felt himself floating, drifting. And then, Liam, wake up! Liam's eyes flew open. He gasped, sitting up in bed, his heart pounding. His room was normal again. No glowing cavern, no blocky villagers, just his Minecraft-themed bed, his posters, and the morning sunlight streaming through his window. He whipped off his covers. No way! Was it just a dream? Liam sat there for a moment, still feeling the weight of the sword in his hands, still hearing the roar of the giant Enderman. But as he looked around, it was gone. His mom peeked into the room. Liam, you're gonna be late for school. Liam barely heard her. He flopped back onto his pillow, staring at the ceiling. It had felt so real. The adventure, the battles, the victory. A slow smile spread across his face. Maybe it had just been a dream, but something about it felt different. Liam stretched, feeling lighter, stronger, like he could do anything, like he was still a hero. He hopped out of bed, threw on his backpack, and raced out the door, feeling something new in his chest. Confidence. Because if he could fight monsters in his dreams, then maybe, just maybe, he could do anything in the real world too. The end.
Once upon a pixelated night, in a blocky world so bright, a young adventurer with diamond armor shining white, set out on a quest, with sword and pickaxe in hand, to explore a Minecraft realm filled with wonders so grand. Through forests dense and mountains tall, the adventurer roamed, standing tall. They mined for diamonds, precious and rare, and crafted tools with utmost care. In caves deep with glowstone aglow, they battled monsters, putting on a show. Creepers hissed, skeletons shot arrows, but the adventurer faced them without any sorrows. They built a cozy home with walls of bricks and tended to crops growing in neat tricks. With friends by their side, a village they made, trading resources, a thriving trade. As the sun set, painting the horizon in hues, the adventurer bid farewell to their exciting pursuits. They laid down in a bed, with dreams in their mind, of new adventures awaiting in a land undefined. In their sleep, they traveled through dimensions vast, to the Nether's fiery realm, where danger was amassed. They braved the lava lakes and battled the blaze, collecting rare materials in a mesmerizing haze. But as morning broke, the adventurer awoke, back in their humble abode, safe from the smoke. They smiled, knowing that Minecraft's world so vast would always be there for adventures to amass. So close your eyes, little ones, and let your dreams take flight in a realm of blocks where imagination ignites. With Minecraft as your canvas, the adventures are endless. Sleep tight, young adventurers, as your dreams transcend.
Once upon a time, in the pixelated world of Minecraft, there existed a peculiar skyblock. This skyblock was no ordinary landmass. It was a small platform suspended high in the sky, adorned with a single tree, a chest containing a few basic items, and a small pond. On this skyblock, three unlikely companions awoke with a jolt. Steve, the confident and resourceful builder, rubbed his eyes and gazed at the vast expanse of blue around them. Alex, the adventurous and curious explorer, blinked in disbelief as she took in their bizarre surroundings. And lastly, there was Emmett, a knowledgeable villager with a penchant for farming and crafting, who scratched his head in confusion. None of them could recall how they arrived at this peculiar place. Their memories were as hazy as the mist that surrounded their skyblock. As they exchanged bewildered looks, the enormity of their predicament dawned upon them. "How did we get here?" Alex exclaimed, breaking the uneasy silence that hung in the air. Steve, being the pragmatic leader that he was, took charge of the situation. "Well, it seems we have no choice but to make the best of this situation," he declared, his voice unwavering despite the uncertainty that loomed over them. "We'll have to work together to survive and expand this skyblock of ours." Alex nodded in agreement, her eyes already scanning their limited resources. "We've got a tree, a chest with a few basic items, and a small pond. It's not much, but it's a start," she observed, her mind already racing with ideas. Emmett, with a thoughtful expression, chimed in. "I can help with farming and crafting. I know a thing or two about making the most of limited resources." And so the trio set about their tasks. Steve began to carefully manage the resources, ensuring that nothing went to waste. Alex, with her boundless energy, explored every nook and cranny of their skyblock, contemplating how to expand it. And Emmett, with his deep understanding of farming, started planning how to make the most of their tiny plot of land. Days turned into weeks, and the skyblock slowly transformed. Steve had ingeniously crafted a cobblestone generator, using the limited resources they had. With this, they could now expand their island, carefully securing the edges to prevent any accidental falls. Alex, in her explorations, spotted a neighboring island in the distance. It seemed to hold a rare type of tree and some animals, a valuable source of new materials and food. "We should build a bridge to that island," Alex suggested, her eyes bright with excitement. "It could open up a whole new world of resources for us." Steve and Emmett agreed, and soon they were diligently constructing a bridge between the two islands. It was a delicate and dangerous task, but with their combined efforts, they managed to create a sturdy connection between the two skyblocks. As they ventured onto the new island, they were greeted by the sight of lush greenery and the gentle sounds of animals. It was a paradise of resources compared to their humble skyblock. However, they quickly realized the challenge that lay ahead. They had to manage these new resources without upsetting the delicate balance of their small ecosystem. The days turned into nights, and the trio worked tirelessly, finding a way to maintain their newfound resources without causing any harm to their fragile world. It was during these efforts that they began to understand the importance of sustainability and balance. Steve took charge of the animal farm, carefully monitoring the population and ensuring that they were well taken care of. Alex focused on creating an efficient and beautiful garden, utilizing every inch of space to grow essential crops. Emmett worked on water collection and a basic mob grinder, which would provide additional resources like bones for bone meal. Their skyblock was flourishing, a miniature ecosystem in the vast expanse of the Minecraft world. The once small platform now hosted a farm, a garden, and useful contraptions that made their survival more manageable. One sunny day, as they marveled at their achievements, a wandering trader appeared on the horizon. The trader was astonished at the thriving mini-ecosystem the trio had built and offered them rare items and seeds in exchange for their surplus resources. It was a delightful encounter, and the trio celebrated their success with a sense of pride. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the sky in a warm glow, the three friends gazed into the sky, contemplating what other adventures and skyblocks might be out there, representing the endless possibilities of Minecraft. And so their journey continued, with new horizons to explore and more skyblocks to conquer. The trio diligently worked on expanding their skyblock, using the limited resources at hand. Steve, with his practical and resourceful nature, took charge of managing the available blocks and ensuring that no material went to waste. He meticulously planned the expansion, envisioning a secure and flourishing skyblock for their survival. Alex, with her insatiable curiosity and boundless energy, scoured every corner of their tiny island, seeking out ways to make their skyblock more habitable and resourceful. Her eyes sparkled with determination as she explored the edges of their platform, contemplating how to expand it without compromising their safety. Emmett, the knowledgeable villager with a penchant for farming and crafting, was deeply engrossed in studying the soil and planning how to make the most of their limited land. His expertise in sustainable farming methods was proving invaluable as they sought to create a self-sufficient ecosystem in the sky. As the days passed, the skyblock slowly transformed. Steve had ingeniously crafted a cobblestone generator from the limited resources they had, carefully placing the lava and ice blocks to create a sustainable source of stone. It was a marvel to behold, and the trio marveled at their ingenuity. With this new addition, they could now expand their island, carefully securing the edges to prevent any accidental falls. Alex, with her sharp eyes and quick reflexes, spotted a neighboring island in the distance. It seemed to hold a rare type of tree and some animals, a valuable source of new materials and food. Her heart raced with excitement at the sight, and she couldn't wait to explore this new world of possibilities. "We should build a bridge to that island," Alex suggested, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. "It could open up a whole new world of resources for us." Steve and Emmett eagerly agreed, recognizing the potential of expanding their horizons. They set to work, meticulously planning the construction of a bridge that would connect the two islands. It was a delicate and dangerous task, given the height and the unpredictable winds that swept through the sky. But with their combined efforts, they managed to create a sturdy connection between the two skyblocks. As they ventured onto the new island, they were greeted by the sight of lush greenery and the gentle sounds of animals. It was a paradise of resources compared to their humble skyblock. The trio's eyes widened in amazement as they took in the new surroundings, realizing the potential for growth and sustainability that the second island offered. However, they quickly realized the challenge that lay ahead. They had to manage these new resources without upsetting the delicate balance of their small ecosystem. The trio exchanged concerned glances, realizing the responsibility that came with the expansion. It wasn't just about acquiring new materials, it was about integrating them into their existing world without causing harm. The days turned into nights, and the trio worked tirelessly, finding a way to maintain their newfound resources without causing any harm to their fragile world. They faced numerous challenges, from ensuring the animals had enough space to graze to integrating the new tree into their environment without disrupting the existing flora and fauna. It was during these efforts that they began to understand the importance of sustainability and balance. Steve took charge of the animal farm, carefully monitoring the population and ensuring that they were well taken care of. His resourcefulness came into play as he ingeniously constructed a shelter for the animals, using the limited wood and leaves they had. Alex, with her creative spirit, focused on creating an efficient and beautiful garden, utilizing every inch of space to grow essential crops. She carefully planted the seeds they had brought from their original skyblock and tended to them with care, ensuring that they would yield a bountiful harvest to sustain them. Emmett, with his deep understanding of farming, was at the forefront of managing the new tree and integrating it into their ecosystem. He carefully studied the soil and the surrounding plants, making sure that the introduction of the new tree would not upset the delicate balance they had established. The trio toiled day and night, their dedication fueled by the desire to create a self-sustaining ecosystem in the sky. They faced setbacks and challenges, but their determination never wavered. Each hurdle was met with creative solutions and unwavering teamwork. As their skyblock continued to evolve, the trio marveled at the progress they had made. What was once a small platform in the sky was now a miniature ecosystem, thriving with life and potential. The once small platform now hosted a farm, a garden, and useful contraptions that made their survival more manageable. The skyblock was becoming a home, a haven in the vast expanse of the Minecraft world, and as they gazed into the horizon, they knew that their journey was far from over. There were more challenges to face, more discoveries to be made, and more skyblocks to conquer, and And so their adventure continued, with new horizons to explore and a Skyblock that was brimming with possibilities. As they ventured onto the new island, they were greeted by the sight of lush greenery and the gentle sounds of animals. It was a paradise of resources compared to their humble Skyblock. The trio's eyes widened in amazement as they took in the new surroundings, realizing the potential for growth and sustainability that the second island offered. Emmett, the knowledgeable villager with a penchant for farming and crafting, was the first to notice the delicate balance of the ecosystem on this new island. His keen eyes scanned the landscape, taking note of the various plants and animals that thrived in this unique environment. A rare type of tree with vibrant, twisting branches stood tall in the center of the island, casting a dappled shade over the rich soil. Nearby, a small herd of animals grazed peacefully, their contented murmurs blending harmoniously with the rustling leaves. "This island is a treasure trove of resources," Emmett remarked, his voice reflecting a mix of wonder and concern. "But we must be cautious. We need to ensure that our presence here does not upset the delicate balance of this ecosystem." Steve and Alex nodded in agreement, their eyes alight with the possibilities that lay before them. It was clear that this new island held the key to their survival and expansion. However, they understood that their actions could have profound consequences on this pristine environment. With careful steps, they began to explore the island, taking note of the various plants and animals that could potentially benefit their own Skyblock. Steve, with his practical approach, immediately began to assess the quality of the soil and the potential for sustainable farming. Alex, her curiosity piqued, wandered through the dense foliage, marveling at the different species of flora that adorned the island. As the sun began its slow descent toward the horizon, casting a warm glow over the Skyblock, the trio gathered near the edge of the new island, their minds buzzing with ideas and plans for the future. They knew that the journey ahead would not be without its challenges, but their determination to create a thriving ecosystem in the sky was unwavering. In the days that followed, the trio tirelessly worked to integrate the resources of the new island into their existing Skyblock. Steve, utilizing his resourcefulness, devised a plan to transplant some of the unique plants from the neighboring island to their own. With careful hands, he uprooted a few saplings and brought them back to their Skyblock, envisioning how they could enrich their environment. Alex, with her boundless energy, focused on designing a bridge that would not only connect the two islands, but also provide a safe passage for future expeditions. Her mind teemed with ideas as she sketched out the blueprint for the bridge, ensuring that it would complement the natural beauty of both islands. Emmett, with his expertise in sustainable farming, meticulously studied the soil on the new island, determining the best crops to cultivate. He envisioned a system where they could exchange and grow new seeds, fostering a mutually beneficial relationship between the two islands. As they worked, a sense of harmony began to take shape between the two Skyblocks. The once separate entities now seemed to pulse with a shared vitality, interconnected by the bridge that Alex had so skillfully constructed. The trio marveled at the progress they had made, knowing that their endeavors were not only shaping their immediate future, but also laying the foundation for a sustainable and thriving environment in the sky. The challenges, however, were not to be underestimated. As they delved deeper into their expansion efforts, they encountered unforeseen obstacles that tested their resolve. The delicate balance of the ecosystem proved to be a complex puzzle, and the trio found themselves confronting the intricacies of sustainable growth and resource management. At sunset, as they gathered around a crackling fire, their silhouettes dancing against the canvas of the evening sky, they exchanged stories of their discoveries and setbacks. It was in these moments of reflection that they realized the profound impact that their journey was having on them. Each challenge they faced, each obstacle they overcame, was molding them into resilient and resourceful individuals, ready to confront whatever lay ahead in the vast expanse of the Minecraft. And so, as the stars began to twinkle overhead, casting a soft glow over their skyblock, the trio knew that their adventure was far from over. There were more horizons to explore, new discoveries to be made, new skyblocks to conquer. Their journey was just beginning, and the possibilities were as boundless as the endless expanse of the pixelated sky. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the sky in a warm glow, the three friends gazed into the sky, contemplating what other adventures and skyblocks might be out there, representing the endless possibilities of Minecraft. And so their journey continued, with new horizons to explore and more skyblocks to conquer. Their expansion efforts had brought them to the realization that their skyblock was no longer just a tiny platform in the sky. It was evolving into a self-sustaining ecosystem. However, with growth came the challenge of maintaining this delicate balance. The trio had to confront the pressing issue of sustainability to ensure that their resources did not deplete and their island continued to thrive. Steve, with his pragmatic nature, was the first to recognize the looming problem. The limited space and resources on the skyblock demanded a sustainable approach to ensure their survival in the long run. He gathered Alex and Emmett, their faces reflecting the weight of this realization, and proposed that they focus their efforts on creating a self-sufficient ecosystem. We need to think about the long-term sustainability of our skyblock, Steve stated, his brow furrowed in concern. Our resources are not infinite, and if we're not careful, we might deplete them faster than we realize. Alex nodded in agreement, her mind already racing with ideas on how to maximize their limited space and resources. Emmett, with his deep understanding of farming and crafting, chimed in with his thoughtful insights. We must find a way to maintain a balance between consuming and replenishing our resources. It's the only way to ensure the longevity of our ecosystem. With a shared sense of purpose, the trio set about addressing the challenge of sustainability. Steve took charge of the animal farm, recognizing that a steady source of food and materials from the animals would be essential for their survival. He carefully monitored the population, ensuring that the animals were well taken care of and that their numbers were maintained at a sustainable level. In the early light of dawn, Steve could be found tending to the animals, his hands deftly maneuvering as he ensured their comfort and well-being. He had constructed a shelter for the animals using the limited wood and leaves they had, providing them with a safe and sustainable space. The farm was a testament to his resourcefulness, and as he surveyed the animals grazing contentedly, a sense of pride swelled within him. Meanwhile, Alex turned her attention to creating an efficient and beautiful garden. Every inch of their limited space was utilized to grow essential crops, and she poured her energy into ensuring that the garden was not only bountiful but also aesthetically pleasing. Her creativity flourished as she orchestrated the layout of the garden, envisioning a harmonious coexistence of plants that would yield a rich harvest to sustain them. The garden became her sanctuary, a place where she could lose herself in the rhythm of planting, watering, and nurturing the young shoots. Her Her dedication was unwavering, and as the first sprouts emerged from the soil, she felt an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. Emmett, with his vast knowledge of farming practices, focused on water collection and a basic mob grinder. He recognized the importance of water as a finite resource on their skyblock and devised a system to collect and recycle water efficiently. His ingenuity was evident in the contraption he built, which efficiently channeled and stored water for their various needs. Additionally, he crafted a basic mob grinder that would provide additional resources like bones for bone meal, essential for the growth of their crops. The trio's efforts were tireless, each of them contributing their unique skills and expertise to ensure the sustainability of their skyblock. Days turned into weeks, and their labor bore fruit as the skyblock evolved into a thriving mini ecosystem. Their hard work had not gone unnoticed. One sunny day, as they marveled at the progress they had made, a wandering trader appeared on the horizon. The trader was astonished at the thriving mini ecosystem the trio had built and offered them rare items and seeds in exchange for their surplus resources. It was a delightful encounter, and the trio celebrated their success with a sense of pride. The wandering trader's visit was a validation of their efforts, a reassurance that they were on the right path to creating a sustainable and flourishing sky community. As they exchanged goods with the trader, the trio felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their skyblock had transformed from a small, desolate platform to a thriving oasis in the sky, a testament to their resilience and commitment. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over their skyblock, the trio gathered near the edge, their faces illuminated by the fading light. Their journey was far from over, and the endless possibilities of Minecraft beckoned to them, promising new adventures and challenges. With a shared sense of determination, they looked to the future, ready to confront whatever lay ahead in the vast expanse of the pixelated world. The trio diligently worked on expanding their skyblock, using the limited resources at hand. Steve, with his practical and resourceful nature, took charge of managing the available blocks and ensuring that no material went to waste. He meticulously planned the expansion, envisioning a secure and flourishing skyblock for their survival. Alex, with her insatiable curiosity and boundless energy, scoured every corner of their tiny island, seeking out ways to make their skyblock more habitable and resourceful. Her eyes sparkled with determination as she explored the edges of their platform, contemplating how to expand it without compromising their safety. Emmett, the knowledgeable villager with a penchant for farming and crafting, was deeply engrossed in studying the soil and planning how to make the most of their limited land. His expertise in sustainable farming methods was proving invaluable as they sought to create a self-sufficient ecosystem in the sky. As the days passed, the skyblock slowly transformed. Steve had ingeniously crafted a cobblestone generator from the limited resources they had, carefully placing the lava and ice blocks to create a sustainable source of stone. It was a marvel to behold, and the trio marveled at their ingenuity. With this new addition, they could now expand their island, carefully securing the edges to prevent any accidental falls. Alex, with her sharp eyes and quick reflexes, spotted a neighboring island in the distance. It seemed to hold a rare type of tree and some animals, a valuable source of new materials and food. Her heart raced with excitement at the sight, and she couldn't wait to explore this new world of possibilities. "We should build a bridge to that island," Alex suggested, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. "It could open up a whole new world of resources for us." Steve and Emmett eagerly agreed, recognizing the potential of expanding their horizons. They set to work, meticulously planning the construction of a bridge that would connect the two islands. It was a delicate and dangerous task, given the height and the unpredictable winds that swept through the sky. But with their combined efforts, they managed to create a sturdy connection between the two skyblocks. As they ventured onto the new island, they were greeted by the sight of lush greenery and the gentle sounds of animals. It was a paradise of resources compared to their humble skyblock. The trio's eyes widened in amazement as they took in the new surroundings, realizing the potential for growth and sustainability that the second island offered. Emmett, the knowledgeable villager with a penchant for farming and crafting, was the first to notice the delicate balance of the ecosystem on this new island. His keen eyes scanned the landscape, taking note of the various plants and animals that thrived in this unique environment. A rare type of tree, with vibrant, twisting branches, stood tall in the center of the island, casting a dappled shade over the rich soil. Nearby, a small herd of animals grazed peacefully, their contented murmurs blending harmoniously with the rustling leaves. This island is a treasure trove of resources, Emmett remarked, his voice reflecting a mix of wonder and concern. But we must be cautious. We need to ensure that our presence here does not upset the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Steve and Alex nodded in agreement, their eyes alight with the possibilities that lay before them. It was clear that this new island held the key to their survival and expansion. However, they understood that their actions could have profound consequences on this pristine environment. With careful steps, they began to explore the island, taking note of the various plants and animals that could potentially benefit their own skyblock. Steve, with his practical approach, immediately began to assess the quality of the soil and the potential for sustainable farming. Alex, her curiosity peaked, wandered through the dense foliage, marveling at the different species of flora that adorned the island. As the sun began its slow descent toward the horizon, casting a warm glow over the skyblock, the trio gathered near the edge of the new island, their minds buzzing with ideas and plans for the future. They knew that the journey ahead would not be without its challenges, but their determination to create a thriving ecosystem in the sky was unwavering. In the days that followed, the trio tirelessly worked to integrate the resources of the new island into their existing skyblock. Steve, utilizing his resourcefulness, devised a plan to transplant some of the unique plants from the neighboring island to their own. With careful hands, he uprooted a few saplings and brought them back to their skyblock, envisioning how they could enrich their environment. Alex, with her boundless energy, focused on designing a bridge that would not only connect the two islands, but also provide a safe passage for future expeditions. Her mind teemed with ideas as she sketched out the blueprint for the bridge, ensuring that it would complement the natural beauty of both islands. Emmett, with his expertise in sustainable farming, meticulously studied the soil on the new island, determining the best crops to cultivate. He envisioned a system where they could exchange and grow new seeds, fostering a mutually beneficial relationship between the two islands. As they worked, a sense of harmony began to take shape between the two skyblocks. The once separate entities now seemed to pulse with a shared vitality, interconnected by the bridge that Alex had so skillfully constructed. The trio marveled at the progress they had made, knowing that their endeavors were not only shaping their immediate future, but also laying the foundation for a sustainable and thriving environment in the sky. The challenges, however, were not to be underestimated. As they delved deeper into their expansion efforts, they encountered unforeseen obstacles that tested their resolve. The delicate balance of the ecosystem proved to be a complex puzzle, and the trio found themselves confronting the intricacies of sustainable growth and resource management. At sunset, as they gathered around a crackling fire, their silhouettes dancing against the canvas of the evening sky, they exchanged stories of their discoveries and setbacks. It was in these moments of reflection that they realized the profound impact that their journey was having on them. Each challenge they faced, each obstacle they overcame, was molding them into resilient and resourceful individuals, ready to confront whatever lay ahead in the vast expanse of the Minecraft world. And so, as the stars began to twinkle overhead, casting a soft glow over their skyblock, the trio knew that their adventure was far from over. There were more horizons to explore, more discoveries to be made, and more skyblocks to conquer. Their journey was just beginning, and the possibilities were as boundless as the endless expanse of the pixelated sky.
In a peaceful Minecraft village, surrounded by tall trees and blooming flowers, there lived a curious baby villager named Willie. Willie had big, bright eyes and a small, round face. He loved exploring the village, visiting the farms, and watching the grown-up villagers at work. The village was always buzzing with activity, and Willie was eager to discover everything about his home. One sunny morning, Willie decided it was time to explore beyond the village. With a little satchel packed with bread and apples, he set off on his adventure. The village gates opened to reveal a vast world filled with wonders waiting to be discovered. Willie's heart raced with excitement as he took his first steps into the unknown. Willie's first stop was a beautiful flower forest. The forest floor was covered with colorful flowers of every kind. Butterflies flitted from bloom to bloom, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of nectar. Willie picked a handful of flowers to take back to the village and enjoyed the peaceful beauty of the forest. As Willie wandered through the forest, he came across a pack of friendly wolves. Their eyes were kind, and their fur was soft and fluffy. Willie felt a little nervous at first, but the wolves wagged their tails and approached him gently. They sniffed his hand and nuzzled against him, making Willie laugh. He felt safe and happy with his new friends. Willie continued his journey and soon reached a sparkling lake. The water was crystal clear and reflected the sky like a mirror. Willie dipped his toes in the cool water and watched as fish swam by. He decided to rest by the lake, enjoying the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. The peaceful sound made him feel calm and relaxed. Near the lake, Willie spotted the entrance to a cave. It looked dark and mysterious, but Willie felt a sense of curiosity and excitement. He carefully ventured inside and discovered that the cave was filled with glowing crystals. The crystals illuminated the cave with a soft, magical light. Willie was mesmerized by their beauty. and felt like he had entered a hidden treasure trove. Deep in the cave, Willie found vines hanging from the ceiling, covered in glowing berries. He picked a few and tasted them. They were sweet and refreshing, filling him with energy. The glowberries lit up the cave even more, making it feel warm and welcoming. Willie gathered some to take back to the village, knowing they would be a special treat for everyone. As Willie explored further, he met some friendly bats hanging from the cave's ceiling. They flapped their wings and chirped softly, welcoming Willie to their home. Willie watched them in awe, fascinated by their graceful movements. The bats showed him hidden nooks and crannies of the cave, revealing more glowing crystals and treasures. In one of the hidden corners of the cave, Willie discovered a secret tunnel. It was narrow and winding, but Willie felt brave and decided to follow it. The tunnel led to a hidden exit on the other side of the cave, opening up to a lush green meadow. Willie felt a sense of accomplishment and excitement as he stepped into the sunlight. Willie decided to have a picnic in the meadow. He sat down on the soft grass and unpacked his satchel, enjoying the bread and apples he had brought. The meadow was peaceful and filled with the sound of birds singing. Willie felt happy and content, surrounded by the beauty of nature. Beyond the meadow, Willie entered an enchanted forest. The trees were tall and ancient, their branches forming a canopy overhead. The forest floor was covered in moss and dotted with glowing mushrooms. Willie felt like he had stepped into a fairy tale. He explored the forest, feeling a sense of wonder and magic. In the heart of the enchanted forest, Willie met a wise old owl perched on a tree branch. The owl had big, knowing eyes and a gentle voice. It spoke to Willie, offering wisdom and guidance for his journey. The owl told Willie about the secrets of the forest and the importance of kindness and courage. Willie listened intently, feeling grateful for the owl's advice. As Willie continued through the enchanted forest, he came across a friendly fox. The fox had a bushy tail and bright, inquisitive eyes. It approached Willie with curiosity, and they quickly became friends. The fox showed Willie hidden paths and secret spots in the forest, making the adventure even more exciting. In a clearing deep in the forest, Willie and the fox discovered a glowing pond. The water shimmered with a magical light, and tiny fireflies danced above the surface. Willie and the fox sat by the pond, watching the fireflies and feeling a sense of peace and wonder. The glowing pond was a magical place, and Willie felt lucky to have found it. Beyond the glowing pond, Willie discovered a village made entirely of giant mushrooms. The mushroom houses were colorful and cozy, with smoke curling from their chimneys. The villagers, tiny creatures with kind faces, welcomed Willie warmly. They invited him to stay and explore their unique village. mushroom villagers prepared a feast in Willie's honor. The tables were filled with delicious foods made from the forest's bounty. Willie enjoyed the feast, tasting new and wonderful flavors. The villagers shared stories and songs, making Willie feel like part of their family. The feast was a joyful celebration, and Willie felt happy and content. After the feast, Willie stepped outside and looked up at the night sky. The stars were twinkling brightly, casting a gentle glow over the mushroom village. Willie felt a sense of peace and wonder as he watched the stars. He knew that the world was full of magic and beauty, and he felt grateful for the adventure he had experienced. With a heart full of memories, Willie decided it was time to return to his village. The mushroom villagers gave him gifts of glowing mushrooms and enchanted flowers to take back with him. Willie thanked them and set off on his journey home, feeling happy and fulfilled. When Willie returned to his village, the villagers welcomed him with open arms. They listened eagerly to his stories of the magical places he had visited and the friends he had made. Willie shared the glowing mushrooms and enchanted flowers, filling the village with light and joy. The villagers celebrated Willie's return, and he felt proud of his adventure. As the celebration ended, Willie lay down in his cozy bed, feeling tired but happy. He thought about all the wonderful places he had explored and the kind friends he had met. With a heart full of gratitude, Willie closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of more adventures to come. Good night, Willie the baby villager.
You are here, in creative mode, flying slowly above a grassy plains overworld, looking for a cozy place to land. You spot a patch of sunflowers generating and decide to land there. The sun is rising, and you are surrounded by soft grass and bright yellow flowers. I'm so happy you are here getting comfy and creative with me in the sunflower plains. Let's start by placing our hands on our chest, one on top of the other. Then, let's take a big, slow breath in through our noses. Feel your chest rise as it fills with fresh, crisp morning air. When you can't take in any more air, hold it in your chest for a moment and feel your heartbeat once, twice, 3 times. All you ever need is right there with you. Then, use your tummy muscles to push out all the air through your mouth. Feel your chest lower back down and your breathing return to its natural rhythm as you look over your inventory. Just as you have everything you need with your heartbeat, you also have everything you could ever want and need in Minecraft right here with you. There are building blocks, delicious foods, tools, potions, and even a snowball. As the sun rises over the eastern horizon, coloring the sky with glowing orange, each of the sunflowers turn their petals to watch. Slowly turn your head all the way to one side, as if you were looking at the rising sun along with the sunflowers. Then, slowly turn your head all the way to the other side. Over there, you can see and hear a clear blue river flowing. While it's cool and crisp in the morning, let's see what we can build with our endless inventory. You grab one snow block and set it down right in front of you. The tall grass flattens under their icy weight. Grab one more snow block and place it on top of that one. Your hands are a little chilly from handling the snow. Then, lastly, let's grab one jack-o'-lantern head. Fly yourself up a little to place the jack-o'-lantern head on the very top of the 2 stacked snow blocks. Once the head is secured at the top, you see 2 arms jut out from either side of the middle snow block, and the entire thing begins to move. You've built a Minecraft snow golem. It spawns from where you build it and will always stay by your side. This snow golem will create a circle of protection around you. The morning sun is shining down on you, warming up your chilly hands. Will your snow golem melt in the powerful sunbeams? To make sure it doesn't, let's go back to our items and see what we can do. There are several potions available to you. Let's give your snow golem the potion of invisibility to protect it from the sun while it is protecting you. It sips the potion and pixel by pixel becomes invisible. You can still feel its presence around you, making sure you are taken care of. Allow yourself to feel held by your invisible snow golem and the soft grass beneath you. Take one last moment to make sure your whole body is as comfortable as possible, all the way from the top of your head, down your neck, spine, and hips to the bottoms of your toes. Let's take another big, slow breath in through our noses. Feel your chest rise as it fills with fresh, crisp morning air. Holding your breath, feel the space the air created. Your ribs can now open and your spine can now lengthen. With your chest open and your spine long, use your tummy muscles to push out all the air through your mouth. Push your shoulders far away from your ears as you feel your chest lower back down. Allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm. You might not always notice it, but your heart and your lungs are doing their part to keep you going and protect you, just like your invisible snow golem. With all the support around you, let's make sure we are giving our bodies the proper support so we can be as strong as possible. From your items, you can use the potion of strength. Imagine the potion is a powdery dust that is sprinkled all around you. While it falls freely, sprinkles of strength land on your shoulders, your neck, your back, and your hips. These make up the bedrock of your body that you build from. Take 2 blocks of bedrock from your item list. Use one for your hips, allowing them to share the weight of each side of your body evenly. Use the second as your shoulders, stacked on top of your hips, allowing them to share the weight of each side evenly as well. The 2 blocks are connected with your spine and your neck. Your bedrock foundation is unshakable. From there, let's build out your arms and legs with the second strongest block, obsidian. Grab 4 blocks from your item list. Let each of your arms hang heavy along your sides, like shiny black obsidian just mined from the ground. Let each of your legs hang just as heavy, made from the same material. With our next big breath in, make your bedrock and obsidian body rigid as the stones they are made of. Strengthen every muscle in your fortified body to feel how strong you are. Let's take another big, slow breath in through our noses. Strengthen your shoulders, arms, belly, legs, and ankles to be stiff and firm. Holding your breath and your muscles in tight, feel and appreciate your own strength that is always with you. Then, use your tummy muscles to push out all the air through your mouth. Push your shoulders far away from your ears as you feel your chest lower back down. Allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm and thank your body for being so strong. Thank you, body. The sun is directly above you, shining its warmth onto the top of your head. You feel the gentle breeze of your invisible protective snow golem circling around you. It is making sure nothing can harm you while you are here relaxing your body and your mind. The sunflower's petals follow the sun as it travels across the sky every day. They are looking their petals up toward the sun, taking in all the sunshine. Like the sunflowers, slowly lift your head up high to look at the afternoon sun. Feel the front of your neck stretch out long and the sunshine on your face. The river is still flowing beside you. Focus on that sound while you pause here for a moment. Then, slowly lower your head all the way down to look at your heart, which is still beating, 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 like a stone skipping through the river. Focus on that sound while you pause here for a moment to feel the back of your neck stretch out long. Bring your head back to a comfortable resting position. Make sure your ears are far away from your shoulders and your neck is as straight as possible. Like the flowing river beside you, our minds can sometimes move very quickly. Thoughts are like a river that rushes through our minds. When our minds rush, our bodies tense up without us realizing, and our protective snow golems have to work harder to keep us safe. If they work too hard, they melt and we would be left without them. We have everything we need to keep this from happening. Let's look through our inventory to see what we have to work with. There's another potion that might help us calm our rushing river minds. The potion of slowness. The potion turns the river into a calming bath, with warm water surrounding you. The stillness of the water in this bath allows you to float here in the warm water, completely held by it. Allow your body to feel heavy here. Let the muscles that we just made tense, relax, and squishy. Everything around you is now slow moving. You are able to pause all of the river's water droplets from rushing forward. While they are paused, you can see the sunshine reflect off each of them and enjoy the warm stillness it creates. While the river is slow, let's use some more of our materials to construct a dam for when the potion wears off. This dam will be able to hold what we want in and allow what we don't want to spill over the top and rush away. Let's use 5 blocks of bright orange concrete to make our dam, so the structure can be visible in the clear blue water. Let's pick up each block with a little inhale through our nose and set it in place with a little exhale through our mouth. Starting on one side of the river, inhale through your nose and pick up the first orange block. As you exhale through your mouth, set the concrete block in place. Working sideways from that first block, inhale through your nose and pick up the second orange block. As you exhale through your mouth, set the concrete block down to the first. Continuing from the second block, inhale through your nose and pick up the third orange concrete block. As you exhale through your mouth, set that one down next to the second. On to the next. Inhale through your nose and pick up the fourth orange concrete block. As you exhale through your mouth, set that one down next to the third. Last one. You are all the way on the other side of the river now. Inhale through your nose and pick up the last block. As you exhale through your mouth, set the last orange concrete block on the other side of the river in a perfect line with the last 4. You did it. You made the first layer of the dam. For the second layer, grab 3 yellow stained glass blocks. These will reflect the light of the sun and make beautiful prisms when the river starts rushing again. Let's take bigger breaths as we build up the second layer. Starting on the same side of the river as last time, take a bigger inhale through your nose and pick up the first yellow glass block. As you exhale through your mouth, set the concrete block directly on top of the first orange concrete block. The clear blue water level reaches all the way to the middle of the second layer. Moving to where you set the third orange concrete block in the first layer, take a bigger inhale through your nose and pick up the second glass block. As you exhale through your mouth, set the yellow block directly on top of the third orange concrete block. in the middle of the dam. Great job. Now for the last stained glass block. Take a big inhale through your nose and pick it up. As you exhale, go all the way back to the other side of the river and place the third glass block on top of the fifth orange concrete block. Now you made the second layer of the dam by placing glass blocks on top of the first, third, and fifth concrete blocks. Instead of using 5 yellow glass blocks to go on each of the orange concrete blocks, we only used 3. This leaves space over the second and fourth orange blocks for the water, and any thoughts we don't want to flow through. Now we can keep only what we want in the dam for our river mines, and let the rest of it spill over and rush far away from us. As the river starts flowing again, let's take one last deep breath in and watch the dam you built in action. Take a big, slow breath in through your nose. Feel your mind clear of any worries you have. Holding your breath, feel the space you have in your mind to now focus on what brings you joy. With your mind clear and full of joy, use your tummy muscles to push out all the air through your mouth. As you breathe out, push away all the worries and thoughts you don't want over the first orange layer of your dam. Allow your breathing to return to its natural rhythm and your mind to be still here. Take a moment to think of something that makes you smile. Whenever you want to build your body and your mind up strong, you can remember our time together in this blocky, creative world of Minecraft.
I took a Ghast for a walk last night. It dragged behind like a Turkish delight. I had to pull with all my might. When I took a Ghast for a walk, I carried a torch just in case the Ghast got scared and blew up my base. But it shrieked to the town and made a frightful face when I took a Ghast for a walk. I warned the Ghast to rise a bit higher so it wouldn't get caught on the church's tall spire, and we took care to avoid the villagers' tripwires when I took a Ghast for a walk. We tiptoed through grass where the night creepers sleep, where the skeleton crew were out for a creep, and I noticed the Ghast's eyes always seemed to weep when I took a Ghast for a walk. We raced for the castle with towers so high, and imagined the Ghast had just asked me to fly, soaring together through the starry night sky when I took a Ghast for a walk. We danced across the bridge where the smooth waters flow. The Ghast was above and the Ghast was below. And suddenly, hungry, I ate a midnight potato when I took a Ghast for a walk. Then as we turned back, the Ghast kept me in sight. It followed me home and it stayed there all night and thanked me by shrieking till early daylight when I took a Ghast for a walk.
Once upon a time, in a pixelated world called Minecraft, there lived 2 adventurous friends named Alex and Steve. They loved exploring new lands, building magnificent structures, and embarking on exciting quests. Today we join Alex and Steve as they set out on an unforgettable journey filled with creativity, friendship, and discovery. One sunny day, while Alex and Steve were gathering resources, they stumbled upon a crumpled old map hidden inside a treasure chest. The map had mysterious symbols and markings, hinting at a hidden treasure deep within the Minecraft world. Excited and curious, Alex and Steve decided to follow the map and see where it led. The map guided our brave adventurers to a dense and enchanted forest. As they ventured deeper into the trees, they encountered magical creatures like talking rabbits, and mischievous fairies. With their kind hearts and quick thinking, Alex and Steve made friends with the forest inhabitants, who offered valuable advice and clues about the treasure's location. Following the guidance of their newfound friends, Alex and Steve arrived at the treacherous lava caverns. These dark and fiery caves were home to dangerous creatures and puzzling traps. Our heroes used their teamwork and problem-solving skills to overcome obstacles, bypass fiery lava streams, and find secret passages leading closer to the treasure. After overcoming many challenges, Alex and Steve discovered an ancient hidden temple concealed with a mountain peak. Inside the temple, they faced intricate puzzles, riddles, and guardians protecting the treasure. With their cleverness and perseverance, they solved the puzzles and earned the guardians' respect, who revealed the secret chamber holding the ultimate reward. In the heart of the hidden chamber, Alex and Steve found not just gold and jewels, but something far more precious. A magical artifact that granted them the power to create and imagine even more in Minecraft. They realized that the real treasure was the friendship they had built throughout their journey, and the endless possibilities of creativity that awaited them. After their epic adventure, Alex and Steve returned to their village, where they were hailed as heroes. The villagers decided to celebrate their triumph by hosting a grand festival of blocks. Excitement filled the air as everyone prepared for a day of fun, games, and creativity. One of the highlights of the festival was a building contest. Alex and Steve couldn't resist participating, using their newfound powers and imagination to construct the most incredible structures. They built towering castles, magical gardens, and even a floating island. The villagers were amazed by their creations and applauded their impressive skills. During the festival, a wise villager shared a secret with Alex and Steve. He revealed that there were other worlds beyond their own, each with its unique landscapes and challenges. Intrigued by the idea of exploring new realms, Alex and Steve embarked on a quest to find magical portals that would transport them to these extraordinary places. Through the first portal, Alex and Steve found themselves in a frozen tundra. They encountered majestic snow-capped mountains, icy lakes, and adorable polar bears. They learned how to adapt to the chilly climate, building cozy igloos and sheds to traverse the frozen landscape. Along the way, they discovered valuable resources and encountered friendly snow golems who became their companions. The second portal led Alex and Steve to an enchanted jungle, vibrant with lush vegetation and exotic creatures. They swung from vines, navigated through dense foliage, and discovered hidden temples. The jungle taught them about the importance of balance and harmony in nature, and they encountered wise jungle villagers who shared their wisdom. The final portal took Alex and Steve to a breathtaking sky kingdom, floating high above the clouds. They built bridges between floating islands and met winged creatures called phantoms, who taught them how to glide through the skies. Together, they uncovered the secrets of the ancient Sky Kingdom and helped restore its splendor. With their hearts full of gratitude and knowledge, Alex and Steve bid farewell to the wondrous worlds they had visited and returned to their village. They shared incredible experiences with those villagers. Back in their village, Alex and Steve realized that their adventures had sparked a newfound passion for storytelling and imagination. They gathered their fellow villagers and started a storytelling club, where they shared tales of their epic Minecraft journeys. They encouraged everyone to use their imagination and create their own stories, whether that through writing, drawing, or even acting them out. As the storytelling club grew in popularity, a mysterious old librarian approached Alex and Steve. She revealed the existence of a hidden magical library filled with ancient books and enchanted artifacts. Eager to explore this treasure trove of knowledge, Alex and Steve set off on another adventure, with their friends from the village joining them. Inside the magical library, Alex, Steve, and their friends discovered that the books had come to life. Friendly bookworms crawled between the pages, sharing stories and wisdom. However, they also encountered mischievous book dragons who guarded the most valuable tomes. To appease the dragons, they had to solve riddles and puzzles, showcasing their critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Within one dusty old book, Alex and Steve stumbled upon the enchanting tale of a lost kingdom. The story transported them to a forgotten realm where knights, princesses, and magical creatures lived. As they read, they became part of the story, helping the brave knight rescue the captured princess and restore peace to the kingdom. Helping the knight and the princess become back together once again. Inspired by the magical library and the tales they had experienced, Alex and Steve returned to their village with a mission. They organized a grand storytelling festival, inviting all villagers to share their own imaginative stories. Children and adults alike let their creativity soar, crafting tales of bravery, friendship, and fantastic adventures. The festival became a celebration of the power of storytelling and the boundless limits of imagination. With the festival's success, the villagers realized that their creativity knew no bounds. Alex and Steve, now revered as the village's creative leaders, encouraged everyone to keep exploring, creating, and sharing their stories. The village became a hub of inspiration, with new tales being written, artwork being crafted, and adventures being imagined.